I see. And it's none of your business.
Understood.
City Hall, are you crazy?
They have a responsibility to protect the rights of all urban dwellers.
Frazier, how many of those mutants who live in your building do you think actually vote?
Ray, City Hall has a responsibility to govern and protect all of its citizens, whether they vote or not. It's called the social contract.
Yeah, well, maybe in Canada there's an igloo for every Eskimo and a seal in every pot, but here in America, if it doesn't get votes, it's dog meat.
Excuse me.
Make it good.
We have a complaint.
No, we don't.
Which is it?
We have an injustice.
Injustice is down the hall.
Look, Benny, if you want some help, you're going to have to register a dispute.
You sure?
Yes, well, that's what they do here. They handle disputes.
I won't be making a fuss?
Well, of course you will. That's the whole point.
Ah. I don't have to raise my voice, do I?
Look, there's no polite way to dispute. You just jump right in there.
I see.
Okay.
Okay, let's go. I demand... Well, no, I don't. I respectfully request... Well, no, actually, just speaking strictly for myself, Ray...
We have a slumlord who's trying to illegally evict a whole building full of poor people.
Thank you.
If that's the best you can do, fill this out, take it upstairs to room 232. You'll need $1 for processing.
Thank you kindly. Well, it's not as bleak as it seems.
You get our rent lowered?
No.
And you, landlord?
No, I'm afraid not.
Anything?
Well, not exactly, but I do think it's time for us to retain legal counsel.
We can't afford the lawyer. I mean,
Lawyer?
it's too expensive. It's too expensive.
You got us into this.
Coming through. Got a point here. Coming through.
Yes, I realize that, but I firmly believe...
What now?
Thank you.
I'd read it first.
What? More rent?
No. We are hereby notified that payment is past due, and with service of this notice, our occupancy of these premises has been terminated.
What does it mean?
It means we've been evicted.
She's not going to help you. This is small potatoes, and she's a big journalist.
Well, she was very helpful the last time, as I recall.
Yeah, well, last time she thought you were a fraud. Fraud sells newspapers. Do-gooders do not.
You know, Ray, I think you're underestimating her. Everyone loves an underdog.
Yeah, everybody's not Mackenzie King. I'll wait.
There's no need.
You'll be back in 30 seconds?
I'll be fine.
All right.
Hey, this was supposed to be a test drive.
Just keep your shirt on, pal.
Bagels, Warren. Not muffins, not cheese, Danish, just a plain, honest-to-God water bagel.
You know, Mackenzie, there are reporters in Korea who would thank their boss for bringing them a rice-coated water beetle.
Warren, sweetie, I would eat a beetle for you any day on a bagel. Now here's a man who knows how to save a damsel in distress. You know what a bagel looks like, don't you, Frazier?
Yes, I am acquainted with it. Diefenbaker. I'm terribly sorry, Mr. Canupa. He's, rude.
Are you kidding? I was just about to offer him a job.
Miss King, would you accompany me to lunch?
Forget the bagel.
Excuse me. Do I pay you to take Mounties out to lunch? I don't think so. I think I pay you to sit at that desk, work the phones, and come up with stories that'll sell papers. Am I making myself clear?
Excuse me a minute, please.
Yes.
Thanks.
I don't break stories by sitting on my duck when the phone rings. Am I making myself clear?
I'm ready now.
Oh, all right.
Thanks.
This is what I'm gonna win a Pulitzer Prize for? Laurel Hardy and the cast of Mother Courage?
They're a small group, but they're very dedicated.
They're pathetic, Fraser.
Yes, but in a good way. Another bagel? Where are the others?
I caught Mr. Cooper sneaking off with his bags packed. Some of the others, too. I had to drag the rest of them here.
Thank you. Mr. Taylor, I've been trying to reach you.
Constable, good to see you. Is this really necessary?
Well, yes. You see, apparently there's been a misunderstanding wherein you raised their rent beyond the capacity of the tenants to pay it. And apparently the superintendent is trying to have them evicted.
Building isn't rent controlled, is it?
Well, no.
And they were given the full 5 days allowable by law to meet their rent increase?
Yes.
Is it illegal for a businessman to make a profit on an investment?
You're taking away these people's homes.
You told me you wanted to improve your neighborhood. Last week, I purchased 4 tenements on your block. 2 of them were condemned. The other 2 should have been. I'm going to replace them with condominiums. And when I'm through, your neighborhood is going to be one of the finest in downtown Chicago.
You intend to demolish the entire block?
6 blocks.
What about the tenants?
Anybody who can afford the new buildings is welcome.
But they can't.
I know. Fraser, who do you think is putting the garbage in your halls to begin with? Miss King, how are things at the Guardian? I haven't read my stockholders report lately.
Don't tell me, you're the guy who voted out the free bagel delivery.